Massive, massive segment coming from Bray Wyatt on this week's Smackdown. So many answers to questions that we had in that segment. Let's get started by the fact that this was a backstage segment and the music Shatter was playing kind of in the background. I did feel like that music was just a touch loud at times. I think they probably could have turned it down a little bit. Not that it really got in the way of what Bray was saying, but I did just find it a little bit distracting at moments. That's by the by, though. What Bray said was that he wanted to apologize for last week because he didn't get a chance to finish what he wanted to say, but that was okay. He said that revenge is a confession of pain, and he still believes that. And that's what, he always says. And so he feels like confessing to us. And so this was very interesting because it was obviously a lot more than what we got last week. Last week was a very real, very honest, very emotional Bray. But now we're getting into the meat of the story. And he said that he had stuff to confess to. What he said was, it's not hard to see that, he's got a few kind of weaknesses. Things like anger can take him to places that he just does not want to go. And he says that he also wants to confess that he was happy being left alone. And he spoke about how, he just wanted to be alone, but he's come to realize that he needs all of us. And he says that we told him what he needed to do, and he can see that now. And so he was saying that he knows who, this was the big part, he knows who it is that interrupted him. Well, I believe that's who he was referring to. He said, I know who you are. And I believe he was talking about the masked person. I know who you are. I know what you're trying to do. I confess I am going to do horrible things. So Bray is on a collision course with that masked persona, person, character. Bray claims to know who it is. Now, obviously, it could turn out to be Bray, and there's a big theory that it's going to turn out to be Bray. There's other thoughts that it could be Bo Dallas, because obviously big reports he's coming back to WWE. But seemingly at the moment, they're on a collision course. Now, obviously, if this turns out to be Bray, that's obviously going to be quite interesting because that's a battle with himself in a way and a split personality. And that's kind of interesting. If it is someone different like Bo, that kind of puts him in a feud with Bo straight away. So whoever is behind that mask, I need to tell you, is very important because that seemingly is going to be his first feuds. Obviously, if it turns out to be himself, he can't have a wrestling match with himself, right? So that's obviously going to take us down a completely different path. But really, really interesting segment here. I do expect more segments from SmackDown. I think we'll see and hear from Uncle Howdy a response. But at the moment, this is very, very interesting. And this segment puts us on a collision course. So let me know what you thought of it down in the comments. And we'll see what else SmackDown has got for us.